Imagine a world where the seasons have stopped turning, leaving humanity trapped in an eternal, freezing winter that has stripped the earth of its bounty. You are part of a hardened community that has survived years of scarcity, only to find that the end of seasons is not just a climate anomaly, it's a precursor to something far more sinister. But when you discover that the hope of the fallen isn't a myth, but a hidden sanctuary holding the key to restarting the planet's cycles, you realize that survival isn't just about enduring the cold, it's about reigniting the future. Welcome to The Hope of the Fallen, the fifth gritty, relentless, and deeply suspenseful installment in Mike Kraus and Aiden Cross's End of Season series. If you love climate apocalypse tropes, realistic survivalism, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated terror of facing a world that has turned against you through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in post-apocalyptic thriller fiction, blending the visceral chill of isolation with the profound weight of moral decay. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist facing the immediate threat of a new, more brutal winter storm, thrusting them into a race against time to secure their perimeter before the enemy strikes under the cover of the blizzard. The atmosphere is thick with the silence of dead engines, the smell of smoke and panic, and the creeping dread of knowing that help is not coming and that the people next door might soon become your biggest threat. Kraus and Cross excel at capturing the psychological toll of sudden isolation, making every scavenging run, every medical crisis, and every tense negotiation feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is losing everything you hold dear. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its uncompromising commitment to tactical realism and the spectacular societal collapse trope. This isn't a story about zombies or mutants. It's about the brutal, exhausting reality of staying alive when the infrastructure vanishes. Watching the protagonists navigate the treacherous social hierarchy of the wasteland, form tentative alliances with other survivors, and use their wits and weapons to outsmart raiders who have turned violence into a survival tactic is incredibly gripping. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the survival mechanics to life, making the crunch of broken glass, the sharp crack of a rifle, and the heavy silence of a world without power feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of End of Seasons lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonists aren't invincible killers. They are deeply human individuals, struggling with the moral weight of doing what is necessary to protect those they care about. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, unbreakable loyalty to the small group of survivors they manage to protect, a found family bound by the shared trauma of the collapse. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations by a campfire feel just as impactful as the explosive, chaotic firefights on the perimeter. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major raider gang or a rival faction targets the community sanctuary, forcing them into a desperate, high-stakes last stand. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. The protagonists must use every hidden trick, every overloaded trap, and every ounce of their will to hold the line against an unstoppable tide. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, hard-earned victory that proves humanity's will to survive is stronger than the darkness. The Hope of the Fallen is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller genre. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically intense. Mike Kraus and Aiden Cross have crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line. Plug in your headphones, check your perimeter, and join the survivors. The grid is down, but their fight for tomorrow is just beginning.